Normally, I would say today's Broncos breakdown is not what you want to hear, but it's what you have to hear. But today's a little different. Today is what you have to hear and what we all want to hear because things need to get better. Pardon my French, but blank needs to change now, okay? Because things have spiraled out of control, and that's including a huge win on the road in Dallas against the Cowboys. But you know what? You just can't ride off of 1 week. And I'm sorry, that was a great win for head coach Vic Fangio and this Broncos team, but you cannot just bathe in that one win and forget about the rest of the season because the NFL is a what you can do now for me kind of league. It is not about what you did last week. It is about what you can do going forward. Okay, since 2019, the Broncos are 9-12 at home. Guess who's been the head coach then? Yeah, you guessed it. Head coach Vic Fangio, 9-12 at home all time. Time to refund the fans. People are spending their money, working hard Monday through Friday to go to Mile High and to watch an absolute stinker because the Broncos aren't just losing at home. They're not even competing. They're ass kickings, butt kickings. They lost by 3 or more scores 6 times under Fangio. It's almost like that scene in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 9 times. We're 3 away from that moment. We're at 6 right now. That's how bad it's been for head coach Vic Fangio as a head coach at home. The place you're supposed to do the best at. One of the hardest places to go and play in the NFL. Mile High. 5,000 plus feet above sea level. And teams are just walking in there, blowing past the oxygen tanks and running all over Denver. It's ridiculous and flat out embarrassing. Teddy, in the words of Robert Doback from my favorite movie, Step Brothers, you're next, mister, because he's not getting off the hook. I'm tired of just the milquetoast, mediocre performance that's, okay, he did his best out there. Move on from it. No, Bridgewater is a good proven quarterback in the NFL, but lately haven't seen that version of him. Still looking for that 2018 Saints version where he was a 5-0 as a backup, but he punked out on tackling Darius Slay. And I go back and forth a little bit on that because you probably don't want your quarterback, especially one that has a bad injury history with Bridgewater, going out there and getting injured trying to make a play. But for him to just do the Cam Newton like, I'm going to try, not really move, that's dog crap, all right? And also, just can't see past the first down marker. I mean, why are we still at this point? It's week 10, double digits now. We're two digits, 1 and a 0, and we're still watching Bridgewater throw it short on 3rd and 8 for a pickup of 4 and punting. Time and time again, it is Groundhog Day when the Broncos play on 3rd down. And the big thing I want to take away from this, it just feels like things are going in a circle. We're watching the same movie over and over again, and it's not a good ending. It's a good ending when you play winless teams to start the year, but aside from one great win against the Cowboys, which I'm not going to take away from the team, that's a great team win where everyone was counting them out, myself included, and they went out there and showed everyone that they were wrong, but then they proved everyone right the next week. The NFL is not about just hanging your hat onto 1 week and go, remember that one game? No, this isn't Friday Night Lights. You can't just remember one high school game and ride off into the sunset about that. You have to get better week in and week out. It is the bye week. So with the Broncos, everyone's making the jokes of, Broncos are going to be 2-point underdogs at home against the bye. No, but help us reach 4,500 subscribers during the bye week. We're putting out content all the time here for you guys. News and rumors. Maybe the Broncos aren't quitting on the year, but if they are, we're not quitting on them. Look at us. We're at 4,400. We're tallying it up. Help us get to 4,500 during the bye. Hopefully, by the time the Broncos are back on the field, we're at 4,500 subscribers. Thanks to you guys, one of the best, if not the best, fan base in the NFL. So, circling back to Teddy Bridgewater, I got some stats here. Now, they're a bit misleading-ish, but I think they're worthy putting on the screen. It's Teddy in wins versus losses. On the left, you see what he's done in wins. 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, 74% completion percentage. In losses, you got 10 points less of a completion percentage, 8 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. His rating takes a huge dip. Now, that's not surprising. If your team loses, decent chance you didn't play well. But also, if your team loses, we'd hope that the quarterback wasn't the major reason why the team lost. So you'd like to see a bit better numbers in that regard of if the team isn't doing well, hopefully it's not on Bridgewater solely. And it kind of appears that way. Now, it's not that the Broncos lose because of Bridgewater, but the Broncos don't win because of Bridgewater, if that makes somewhat kind of sense. Basically, Bridgewater, when they're losing, it's not going to get much better with him. He's not the kind of quarterback that will put on a cape and lead a ferocious comeback. You just don't see that out of him so far this year. And so that's what leads me to my next point. At least Drew Lock is fun. He's going to throw it 60 yards down the field. One of three things is going to happen: completion, interception, or incomplete pass. Probably one of the later of the two, but at least it's fun. I don't think Drew Lock is a better quarterback than Teddy Bridgewater, but at least he's a Madden player. You can just press X and he's going to throw it down the field. But I have seen enough talk in the comment section about Drew Lock getting him on the field. So I want to open it up to you guys, make it a real conversation now. Pick a quarterback for me. Type DL for Drew Lock or TB for Bridgewater. I'll make this the pinned comment. So if you get hit with the YouTube ad break, scroll on down, reply. Let me know who you want the quarterback to be for the Broncos going forward. Make sure you also check out our sportsbook partner, BetUS. If the Broncos aren't doing well, start finding other teams to bet on, because I'm not taking this Denver team for the next couple of weeks. They're going to get my doghouse. But they give you a 125% deposit bonus. All you need to do is go to chatsports.com/bet. Use this promo code right there, Broncos 125. You put $100 in, for example, you got $225 to play with. Holiday season's coming around. We're all looking for cash around our in old pockets and whatnot to try and string together some present money. How about make some money thanks to BetUS, okay? Check them out. Get that deposit bonus. All you got to do is follow those 2 steps. Use the link and that promo code, and you get a free jersey. That plain and simple. Look at the 4 simple steps you need to do right there. Chatsports.com/bet. Broncos 125. Make that sign-up deposit, get the bonus, and then email us jersey@chatsports.com. And all we need from you is your BetUS account number, a screenshot of your first bet, and if you want Jerry Jeudy in orange or blue or white, let us know the size, let us know the color, whether it's Jeudy or Bradley Chubb. We got you covered this holiday season. Give your loved one a Broncos jersey, or love yourself and give yourself a jersey. Treat yourself, in the words of Parks and Rec, and get yourself a brand new Nike jersey on us. Make sure you check it out. The deal will not last forever. So, bye-week changes that need to be made now. Start things off with, we see a yellow line on screen. Can we put one on the field? Because I think Bridgewater would really benefit from that. Every single third down, just get Picasso, get all the artists in Denver, start painting yellow where that first down marker is, because I'm tired of seeing Bridgewater go third and short every single time on third down and not move the chains. It's been an issue, and it's just been redundant at this point. It's an old movie, and honestly, third down continues to be this Achilles heel for this Broncos team. They have yet to put drives together in key situations. The Broncos had a lot, take the Justin Simmons interception, a great potential momentum changer. What do the Broncos do on the plus side of the field? Freaking nothing. That's what they do time and time again. This Broncos team just squashes great opportunities, and a lot of it boils down to ineptitude on third down. Next change I want to see during the bye week. Let the fans call the red zone plays, because Vic Fangio, Pat Shurmur, whoever it is, Mike Shula, doesn't matter. It's not working. This Broncos offense in the red zone has been atrocious. Look at the numbers through 22 trips so far this season after 10 games. Their score percentage, 77.3. That's touchdowns plus field goals. That sounds fine and dandy, except when you take into account that's bottom 5 in the NFL. Touchdown percentage. The whole reason you go to the red zone is to score touchdowns. Want those 4 extra points? They're doing it less than half the time, and that's tied for 29th in the NFL. This Broncos offense in the red zone has been one of the worst in the NFL. So let someone else give it a shot, because clearly the coaches aren't doing a good job of it. I'm not being very serious about it, but, give someone a controller and let them have fun with it, because this is just boring to watch, frankly. So, yeah, let the fans call the plays in the red zone. You're watching them pay money to come out there and see this team go 9-12 at home in the last 2.5 years and get blown out time and time again. At least let the fans have a shot at it, because whatever the Broncos front office and coaching staff is doing, it's not working. Finally, work ahead on a new head coach and quarterback. Pretty often you hear your boss say, if you don't have anything to do, how about you work ahead? And most people just go, well, not me, of course. No, I'm just going to mentally check out. GM George Paton, I think it's time to look ahead a little bit. Let me know, because I think you got to start looking at who the next quarterback is going to be and who the head coach is going to be. I don't think you should fire head coach midseason. I've never really seen the advantage you get in that. You fire your head coach midseason, and what? You watch the interim probably do just as bad. And how often do you see an interim shine and get the head coaching job, and it's, oh, we had this diamond in the rough the whole time? Not very often. So at least see Fangio play it out, because as long as you are at least mathematically involved in the playoffs, you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to get injured. You don't root for injuries, but if an injury does happen and all of a sudden this team catches fire, you probably wish you did not abandon ship and start a mutiny. That's kind of what it feels like. And you know Teddy Bridgewater, he's on a one-year deal. He is not coming back next year. I don't see a way he returns unless he leads this team to the playoffs and wins a playoff game. I think the Broncos are going to look elsewhere and explore other avenues between the draft and trades in the offseason. So it's time for GM George Paton to start doing his homework and pretend like it is February or January. I know the Broncos scouts have been going to a handful of college games, watching quarterback likes of like Sam Howell, Ryder from Cincinnati, handful of big names the Broncos have been looking at. So work ahead time right now for GM George Paton. So I want to open this up to wrap up the video to you guys. Biggest change you want to see during the bye week? Is it the third down issues, type 1? Is it the red zone struggles, type 2? Or is it you want to see a new head coach or quarterback, type 3? Let me know what the biggest change you want to see out of this Broncos team through the bye week going into week 11. Let me know what you're thinking down below.